Definite downgrade in the support. I think we have to say that, right?
I think honestly this roster is not that promising. Hey guys, it's me again from our Korea bootcamp, and this time we're talking about roster changes in the LCS since there has been a lot of changes even on our team.
Also, a big shout out and thank you to our sponsor Lenovo for giving us this laptop, the Y740, which we'll be using to read off the rosters today.
So our first team here on the list is 100 Thieves with the roster Sunday, Meteos, Ryoma, Cody Sun, and Stunt. They have a good core with Cody, Meteos, and Sunday. And I think what they want to do is develop the new players, Ryoma and Stunt. They're pretty newer kind of players. I think it can work depending on the rookies, if they're willing to, if they're motivated to improve.
I think Cody is not bad. I think he's pretty good. I don't really know the other players too much. So
I don't think Casper knows much about NA rosters, but I feel like this roster is better than last year's. They have an overall better team.
I worked with Meteos last year. I think he's really good. Safe to say that's an upgrade on amazing.
I think Ryoma said that either he will int or he will do okay. So those are pretty good odds for 100 Thieves.
Cloud9. It is Licorice, Blabber, Niski, Sven, and Vulcan.
I think they're going to lose a lot of the mid-jungle power that they won through last year. It was like every game C9 was winning through mid-jungle, playing super OP, counter Gragas, Aurelia. And they actually played really well around mid-jungle and going to sides. I think that Licorice was playing pretty well, and then he had like wrist issues, and Kuma was playing. And then he didn't play as well afterwards, in my opinion.
Yeah, it just depends on how Blabber will perform, I think. He had not played every game. It was mostly Svenskeren, but they decided to go with Blabber, which is, yeah, it's their choice in the end, who they decide to play and who not. And yeah, I think the bot lane is mechanically gifted as well. Yeah, I feel like this team can honestly win a game through every role.
this team is, I guess not rookies, but younger players, most of them. Especially for like support and jungle, which makes me like unsure of how they're gonna perform in the LCS, but I think they should be pretty solid overall.
CLG, Ruin, Wiggly, Crown, Stixay, Smoothie, and with Coach Saul.
I mean, Crown is world champion, right?
Yeah, he is.
I don't think the rest are world champions, for sure.
What? My former team, come on.
I guess you should do your performance.
Okay. I think Ruin's pretty good, Wiggly's great, Crown's a world champion, Stixay's great, Smoothie's great. I think they'll be great.
Definite downgrade in the support. I think we have to say that, right?
We did trade Vincent for Smoothie. I mean, I think Smoothie is a good player as well, so.
Yeah, I think Andy's great as well.
Yeah.
But nothing beats the wing.
Obviously, the Wangster is the power move.
Let's go to Dignitas. Huni on the top lane. Greg in the jungle, Froggen, Johnson, and Ephraim. I think honestly this roster is not that promising. I think Johnson is not bad at all. He's a rookie, so we had him in our junior team, and I played some couple of duo queues with him. I think he has a lot of potential, but for him to be good, he still needs time like every other player. I don't think you can just be good from nothing, you know. He needs his time, and I think he'll be really good.
So this is the team that spent all their money on Huni and then just picked up everyone else last minute? I don't know.
80 carry is probably a downgrade. I haven't seen Johnson play competitive games, so.
I think it's really good that he gets a chance to play competitive though.
Yeah.
Because everyone is talking about how much potential he has, and he was just,
Yeah.
I think he only played a few academy games for us and some scrims.
Okay, Evil Geniuses is Kumo, Svenskeren, Jizuke, Bang, Zazel, and Irene. Svenskeren is very good, one of the best junglers in the league for sure, hands down, no question. So I think he will do really well with Jizuke as well. Jizuke is at the very least very good individual mid laner from Europe.
Yeah, I think that guy plays like an animal, and Svenskeren plays well around mid. So.
Yeah, I think those two will be really good as a pair. And then I think the biggest question mark for this team will come in bottom lane with how Bang and Zazel will do together. But obviously, you know, Bang speaks for himself individually. I've personally never been very impressed with Zazel as a player, but you know, when you're paired with somebody like Bang, I think potential is there for sure.
They look like a team that can be good, but they could also go I think, boom really fast.
Well, Jasuke is, yeah, I know him pretty well. Has his certain comfort champions. He's not bad at all. Bit risky playstyle. I think he'll probably do fine, especially with Svenskar in jungle.
Viper, Centauran, Power of Evil, Wild Turtle, Ignar with Coach Curry. Power of Evil reunites with Ignar though, so that's hype. With the Misfits roster. I think this team is better than the team that they had before though, because their support should be better.
I don't know who they had before.
Wooddeed?
Yeah, Ignar is better.
I feel like this team is pretty similar. I don't know, maybe
To last
Ignar is
year.
a slight upgrade. I think Power Evil is better on Power Evil champs and worse in like general champion pool or flexibility.
I like the roster in general. I think it's like a decent roster. Power of Evil, let's see who, like Power of Evil is that kind of player that has like weird style. So it's just about how well Power of Evil can like maybe change his playstyle, maybe give up on his playstyle to make the team better, or the team is gonna adapt to his playstyle because he's like very, very special kind of player. Okay, let's go to Golden Guardians. Haunter, Closer, Golden Glue, FBI, and Keith. I have to say I feel pretty bad for Haunter. He's a pretty good player. It's just weird because they had the Puhi over in GGS to like they literally made him role swap to support just to at the end of the day put Keith on support, which is like pretty questionable. I think FBI is decent. I think Closer is good and has potential. Haunter is already good. We'll see about Golden Blue. I'm not sure. He has been playing some games in LCS. I just don't know. I can't say much about like people on other roles because I'm not playing them, right? But this roster looks one of the worst rosters in the league.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've got no.
I mean, I
opinion.
like the teams taking the chance on players from, I don't think they're called wildcard regions. Are they called wildcard regions?
OCE, yeah, I think so.
I mean, he's from Turkey, no?
Who?
Closer?
Closer?
He played with BB in the Turkish league, I think.
I don't know if that counts. I have no idea. I'm really not.
Anyway, the minor regions, I guess. I think it's cool that people are taking chances on those players if NA is unable to produce enough competitive players or players that care about playing competitive, so.
Yeah, I think Closer is a great pickup.
I think FBI has potential as well, but
The one I'm most skeptical about is obviously Keith.
did you see the announcement video?
Yeah.
It seemed pretty YOLO.
I mean, yeah, it just seems like,
Like, yo,
this-
Keith, you want to support?
I just
He's
don't know
like,
how I would feel if I'm Huhi here. This is like a clear like slap in the face. No, you play.
I thought he did okay, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
For his first split, even. I thought he did pretty good.
They promoted him in the middle of summer, seemingly, to LCS, so they must be happy with his result, and then they just replace him for Keith in the middle of the offseason. It seems like a really, at a base level, it seems like a bad decision, but I guess we'll just see, right? Maybe they know more. They obviously know more than we do, so we'll just have to wait and see for the results.
Okay, let's go to Immortals. Soaz, Xmidi, Aika, Alltech, and Hakuo. I think they have decent players. Soaz, Xmidi, I think they're just experienced. They know what to do. They probably know how to handle a loss better than like newer players, like just rookies, right? They might be able to help the others on their team to take a loss better or like get the team motivated to do stuff or like teach them stuff, how to behave, this or that.
I think Medios is a really great player. I think Xmidi is also a very great player, so I don't think there will be a massive upgrade in the jungle. It will just be up to, you know, the outside of the game things, the intangibles that Xmidi brings along to the team that makes every roster he's on find success somehow. So I think that's at least a very good option to have. I'm not sure if it's an upgrade for as far as like individual play goes. I think Ica for Crown is probably the biggest downgrade on the list. I don't really have an opinion on Ica, but I have a very biased opinion on Crown from working with him last year. I think he's a very phenomenal player, individually speaking, and was very, very much one of the best performing mids throughout the entirety of last year. So I think it's safe to say that's a pretty big downgrade.
The mid lane is really weird for me because, I mean, Ica has been playing in like a bit below LEC for a long time now. I'm not sure if he's the best pickup of who was available.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just pick up Hullbelter or Demonte.
Team Liquid is Impact, Broxa, Jensen, Doublelift, and Core. I guess they'll do pretty well again.
Yeah, they seem really good.
They won like 4 times in a row now. And jungle is, I don't know if it's gonna skill-wise, I don't think there's too big of a difference, but maybe it will be a big difference in how they work with the team. Yeah, I think the biggest power is that they're mid-jungle because they have 2 Danish players, so they will probably be in the top.
It's because of the mid-jungle Danish duo.
Obviously, I think it's safe to say that Team Liquid will perform very well. I wouldn't say necessarily that Broxa is a huge upgrade for Xmithie. I think at the very least, I'd say it's a side grade, honestly, but I haven't played versus Broxa much. But at least from watching both of their replays for the majority of last year, I think they're both very similar players.
The last, obviously, team solo mid, or TSM. How many would like to call it? We have me on the top lane, Dardog in the jungle, Bjergsen in mid, Abe and Firefrost on the bottom lane. Yeah, I think just like Team Liquid and C9, we have pretty good players on every role. Just like all these 3 teams, I think we are able to carry through every role. And I think it's just up to C9, TL, and us to who learns the patch faster, or like who has like a slight edge on the patch or like on a strategy, right? They're gonna win the games probably, because I think all these 3 teams have a pretty equal level of individual players. I think they're all good.
This roster seems kind of trash, not gonna lie. Just joking.
Yeah, it seems pretty bad overall, but again, I think what will save this team is the double Danish synergy again.
Yes.
Because as we see in Liquid, they will obviously be at the top with 2 Danish players, so TSM will probably be the same.
You just need as many Danish players as possible. I think we'll do well. So that's a wrap. That was our reactions to the new LCS rosters. Thank you again for Lenovo for sending us this laptop, and we'll see you guys next time.